Throw another pizza on the Barbie, mate. It's time for the Pizza Gourmet. Gather round the backyard barbecue as Chef Carl presents light and crispy grilled pizzas. Eat all you want, but save room for heart-healthy fettuccine. It's a dish that's not to die for. No RSVPs required for this party. Next on the Pizza Gourmet.
Well, welcome to our program. Today we're going to do a quick, light meal, great for an outdoor gathering. You know, pizza on the grill. Can you imagine that? Pizza on the grill. Hey, why not? A little better than steaks. So let's get started. We're going to do dough again here and show everybody how we make dough. And we're going to start and put the flour in first. We've done a couple different techniques. This is a little bit easier. And in our water, we're going to add our yeast and our salt and our olive oil. Get myself a spoon here to mix it up. Tap on the machine. And just pour this in. And it'll tell you when it's done. It'll start forming like a ball. When it starts doing that, you know it's ready. Just check it. If it needs a little more flour, just put a little more in. So there's our pizza dough. It's almost done. Usually it'll clean the bowl nice and clean, then you know it's ready. On the board. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Now, you know, I've been talking every week about pizza dough, and I know some of you are still confused. You're not quite sure about pizza dough, but to make very good pizza dough, you want to really give it enough time to get older. Very fresh dough is not real good for pizza making, because as soon as it hits the hot oven, it tends to brown and come out, and what can you do with it? So we like to let our dough get a little bit older, and when it hits the stone, it just kind of sits there for a minute, you know. Then the toppings start to melt, then it starts cooking, and that gives it more time to bake. So again, if you're going to make good pizza dough, you make the dough like this, put it in a bowl, put a piece of saran over the top, plastic wrap, and let it sit for 4 or 5 hours. A good trick that I do all the time is that I'll make it at 6 o'clock at night. I'll watch the 11 o'clock news and let it rise in that period of time, refrigerate it, and use it the next day. And that makes great pizza dough. Now, there's really nothing wrong in making pizza dough at 4 o'clock and baking it at 6 o'clock, but it's really not the great chewy crust that you're looking for. Okay, now we have this kneaded down. And we're going to give it the test now. And once it springs back that, you know it's all ready to go. And today we're going to do some grilled pizzas, and they're very interesting because it's a way of, if you're barbecuing outside and you want to do something different, you'll be able to put these right on the grill. Today we're going to use an indoor grill. And all the dough that I'm using is about a 6-ounce piece of dough. And we have these all weighed out for us. Okay. Now we're going to roll these out. Now if you don't If you want to, you can pre-bake these on the barbecue, bring them inside, put toppings on them, and then when everybody gets ready to eat, take them back out and finish them. They're really nice for a nice appetizer. Okay. You don't want to roll it too thin because it'll burn. We're going to do 2 of them. Let's get them both going at one time. There's our first one. Okay, we get these rolled out. Okay, now we're going to have to oil each one of these before we head towards the grill with it. And we have the grill set at low right now. Just oil these up with olive oil. Carry these over to the grill. And get this one going. And you know, the grill is so hot that you'll find that they won't fall through at all. You could do these, you know, on a barbecue. Now that smoke is just from the olive oil. You got to stay right with them. You can't leave them. You oil the other side. And this one we're going to be using pesto. Got to oil it. Okay. And we're using bel paese, which is a nice little Italian cheese, and some sun-dried tomatoes. And this one here we're going to put a little tomato sauce on. A little mozzarella. You can't top these too much. You just have to put a little bit of ingredients. And some black olives. And that's our one. And that's our second one. You can always just put a little oil around the edge, finish it off, and maybe a little bit of Romano. There you go.